is a news show.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Philip DeFranco Show. My name is Philip DeFranco and this show really isn't a show. It's just me talking about some of the stuff that mad in the news to me. I'm losing my voice and I'm tired. Just finishing up that VidCon flu that you get from hugging and shaking hands with 1,000 people. But I wouldn't change a thing. I love you, nation. Also, I'm tired because I've been playing this game called Catherine, which God never explained what that game is to your girlfriend. So what's this Catherine game about? Well, it's mainly a puzzle game, but it's mainly based around you cheating on your girlfriend of 5 years. What? No, but she's kind of possessive and maybe she deserves it. What the fuck did you just say? I regret everything. So that's how that goes down. But let's jump into the first story of the day, and that is the Westboro Baptist Church. Oh, I hate you sons of bitches. And the reason they're back in the news is because they are going to picket the Norway funerals. If you followed the show in the past week or have been following the news, you know the Norway shootings happened. One man killed tons of children on an island. And the Westboro Baptist Church, because they are the scum of the earth, were like, hey, they died for your sins, blah, 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 blah. And they announced they're going to picket the funeral. To which I would say, you know what? For the first time ever, great. Because you know what Norway doesn't have? The First Amendment. Because in Norway, the Westboro Baptist Church would not be a protected group. So, if someone was like, oh, well, violence begets violence anyways, and I got some time to spare, that could be a thing. Not saying that you should do it, but that it could happen. And morally, no one would blame you. But still, it would be illegal. But morally. God, I think I'm an evil person. Not evil, vengeful. Evil, yeah, evil's good. I'll stick with that. Hey, Apple. Remember former Egyptian President Mubarak? Well, he's been in a hospital bed being an old man, dying from an overdose of evil in his blood. But today he appeared in court for charges of corruption and killing civilians. Just some unarmed protesters earlier this year. So in honor of Mubarak, let's look at some pictures of him in happier times. Hey, you gonna get convicted of a war crime, Mr. Mubarak. If only there was a market for very bad parodies of music on YouTube, I would make a channel. Main point, unless Mubarak's lawyer is a robot trained by O.J. Simpson's lawyers and Casey Anthony's lawyers, he's fucked. Big time. Oh, and speaking of Casey Anthony, she was found in Ohio. By who? TMZ. And that just confirms what I've been saying about TMZ for 3 years. You want to find Osama bin Laden and not have it take 10 years? Send TMZ. Just anonymously call TMZ and be like, oh yeah, I heard Osama bin Laden was having sex with Angelina Jolie. Oh, and he has a sex tape. They would find him in 2 days. That's how good and addicted they are to smut. That's amazing. And so TMZ found Casey Anthony in Ohio. And a lot of people are acting very angry because they're like, oh, she's still doing stuff and drinking in Starbucks. I like Starbucks. I'm angry. But actually, because the internet's the internet, it's 50%, oh, I hate that bitch, and 50%, oh, nice boobs. Which goes back to that worldly truth, big bam bams will let you get away with anything. Yep. In news, it's kind of cool if you're trying to get some extra cash by getting rid of some of your old stuff. eBay has a new app called Instant Sale. If you want to sell something, rather than just putting it up on the website, waiting 10 days and seeing if someone's gonna snipe bid and get it at the last second, you can essentially just instantly sell it. Now, you're selling it to a reseller. They're gonna hook you up with stuff to send it for free, and it's just boom, instant cash. Keep in mind, because you are selling to a reseller, it'll probably be at a lower price, but straight to the point, instant cash transaction. Moving to some hot lady news, let's talk about Mila Kunis. One, Mila's just amazing in general, but two, turns out she can speak fluent Russian, which came in handy when a reporter in Russia, who apparently did not like NSYNC, started asking, but Justin, why are you in movies? Kinda came off abrasive, offensive. So then Mila stands up for Justin in Russian, and it's just sexy.
Если он хочет делать, и он может, почему нет? Ой, народ, а почему ты здесь?
This is my bodyguard.
So Mila, you're the bam for the day for standing by your man, and also looking hot while you do everything. So that's a thing. But let's move on to our final story of the day, and that is, what the Australian type people? And this story is about an 18-year-old girl from Mosman, Australia. So apparently, the way the situation happened, 18-year-old girl is just minding her own business in her home. All of a sudden, these people break in and they start threatening her, and she doesn't know what's going on. And that's when they attach something to her neck. Turns out this 18-year-old girl comes from a lot of money. Parents aren't home. Essentially, they're trying to extort her family for money. They leave, they essentially say, if you do anything, we're gonna blow this thing up. But because the girl cannot get in contact with her parents, she decides, I gotta call the police, otherwise I'm gonna die. Which was a very smart move. The bomb squad got there, they started working on it. The whole thing for this girl lasted 8 hours. Which, who's having a worse day than that? That's worst day in the world material right there. Luckily, the fantastic Australian bomb squad defused the bomb, detached it from her neck, the girl's fine. Wow! But ultimately, a scary thing turned into a happy story. And let's end it on a happy note today. And guys, let's move on to that last part part of the video thing that we do. Which one? 2 other new videos out today, so make sure to check them out. A new vlog that made me pretty happy, and a new LTA movie club. Links to those down below, or at the annotation at the end of the video. And 2, let's give something away. I noticed how much you guys seem to like my Angry Birds in the background, and I'm not giving those ones away. I love those, they're so comfy. But we'll be giving away one of these smaller sets, the ones that are about like 8 inches big, right ladies? But seriously, they are 5 to 8 inches big. And so the winner will get that today. Of course, to be a winner, 1, leave a comment on this video, possibly about one of the stories we talked about today, or our question of the day, which is, would you prefer selling something instantly or taking the time and getting a better price? What's more important to you, time or money? And of course, 2, clickety-clack that like button. But guys, like I said, that's really all that mattered to me today. As always, my name is Philip DeFranco, and you've just been filled in. And I will see you tomorrow. My voice.